dad was Air Force. I heard the stories of them coming out of Beaumont, Texas, and why they left Beaumont, Texas, and for the same issue. And here's what this day really means, and I hope everybody pays attention. This day has to be a thorn in their side that this existed in San Francisco, a city that I grew up in, that loved everybody. It was inclusive to everybody. It didn't push everybody out because you were poor, homeless, broke, struggled, too black, too brown. It was just this city that everybody had a chance. This day signifies, yeah, you owned what you did to my baby, but you gotta own a lot more. If that POA was mad and called us that Hellerin guy, and called me and Mario thugs and everything, but what my mother put on my birth certificate and what I put on Mario's birth certificate, if he's mad, then I'm hurt. So we're even. White has to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It has to reflect that we're not going to tolerate this nonsense, this sexist, this racist, this homophobia. For my young brothers, know who you are, where you come from, what you're built out of, what you stand on, what our struggle is, and we own our struggle. Me and Mario owned our struggle, and he redeemed himself. He pulled it together. He would say, Mom, what am I? We own it, Mar. Here's what we do. The consequences. And we walked this long walk through Folsom Prison. We did. Every weekend. And I remember thinking, Mar, we almost there. You'll be home. And we can do the stuff we're supposed to do. And I'm going to make this right. And I always say this story. 3 weeks prior, Mar sat there and he said to me, Mom, 3 weeks prior to them executing him, he said, Mom, you got some fight in you left. And I thought he thought because I had to short sell the house on the hill. Bobby, my fiance of 14 years, 32 years at the post office up here on Williams, falls out of a heart attack, short of 4 months of retiring. 15 years with a job and you forced to resign me to put a white girl there. No offense, people, but I know the struggle. And all I can think when they executed Mario, say, guess what? You picked the wrong one. Because see, I came from this community, and my mom and dad, they built me on strong stuff. And I couldn't fail at this point, because I said to Jaya, my labor of love to Mario now is just to fight for him. And let you know who he was. He wasn't what you said. Okay, if he a thug and I'm a thug. And if you young brothers out there and sisters said they called you a thug, come to my side of it, okay? Then I represent you guys. The ones that said, guess what, you fall short of. You're just this short of being perfect. But God said for you all, guess what? You have every right to get past those proverb years onto that wisdom here. You have every right to make your mistakes and be redeemed from it. I looked at Mar, I said, I got one good fight, but I was smiling. It was kind of funny. I thought he was joking. I looked at him and he was so serious. And I said, Mark, 1.5. And he looked at me and said, Mom, you have got to do better. And when I saw him being executed, I realized, this is the fight. This is the fight. He also made this one conversation with me. This isn't false. He said, Mom, do you think... What do you think of that stalling guy? And this is what I miss about Mario. I miss these conversations. I said, that the dictator Stalin? He said, yeah, that guy. And that's how he kind of answered. He said he thought any man that didn't contribute to his society should off himself, take himself out of it. And I said, baby boy, that's not it. That's not what God said for anyone. You're supposed to make it through those proverb years onto a wisdom year. You're supposed to reconcile with your mistakes of your past. It's only God's right to say you don't have a right to live or stand in this life, in your journey, in your truth. And to see that video, and I said I was going to come up here and just celebrate my baby. But I think the encouraging part is I have to let you all know that guess what? We're somebody, we're everybody, we're made in God's image, and they can't take that from this year, sister. It's got to get bigger. We know what it means. It has to be a thorn in their side to say, guess what? We don't want to give them another day because you think we're thugs. We don't want to give them another moment. We don't want to give them another month. But if you keep annihilating us, we're going to ask for it. We're going to take it. It's enough. I saw Philando Castile's mom, Valerie Castile. The audacity of being a black mother and justice. I come with all kind of crazy thoughts of how we can handle this. I said, let's build us our own Wailing Wall, like in Jerusalem. And all black and brown mothers gather around this wall. And what we do is we're going to stand there and we're going to pray it down. I'd be amiss to say I can't make it through the moments without the prayers. But I'd be amiss to say I can't make it through without the love of you and the support. If I can take the moment just to bring the coalition up, because me and Felicia had this conversation, and the conversation when it left. Now I'm gonna tell you, this is just to speak. Me and my son speak. When Felicia left the first coalition, and
wealth and disparities, justice for Mario Woods. Come on up.
And I'm gonna add a few names. Minister Christopher Muhammad, wherever he is, I love him. I'm sending. I remember how this got pushed forward. My love goes out into the universe around this brother. Cassandra, you too. But the complications of saying, where's Lisa?
Lisa!
Where's Victoria?
Lisa King! How they doing the kids thing?
And when you had to venture off, and sometimes you do, you have to venture off
Katie, Lisa!
to do what you need to do.
Sorry, baby.
No, because we were in the conversation and I said, if that is what God is saying you need to do to make the move and make a change, go ahead. I'm sorry, Michael. Michael's long-standing baby. Victoria, you sent something to me and you said Bayview still loves you. I still love Bayview. I'm still Bayview. I'm still, this neighborhood built me. But it could have went all awry if I didn't have my dad or my mom as well, and that's important. But it's so important when you guys look at my community and my people. Remember the struggle. It was stuff that threw in the Bayview that you don't even realize. It was the crack that got through in here to break down black families. It was the guns that got through in my community to break down this systematically stuff. I want you to look at it and look at my people and say, when somebody's saying negative about us, say something positive for us. Be that voice. So, Tom, I'm sorry. Because I said I was going to remember all this. But these people have moved a mountain, literally. And the hustle, as my sons say, that hustle of love y'all did in this moment, there's not enough words. There's not enough words. But if you guys don't think that this just didn't happen, these folks put their heart, love, blood, sweat, tears every Thursday. Marty, Lisa. Say your baby name.
Petey Perez, Richmond, California.
Okay. So, if everyone wants to really support and get it, and why it's important, let me just say this for you. What's that? So if anybody thinks, what I'm going to say is that This just didn't happen. And we want to make it bigger and bigger so it can be San Francisco thorn, that thing that you're ashamed of, and you want to live it down, and you want it not to occur. I don't want you to lose a baby. I don't want you to lose your baby. I don't want anyone here to lose a baby the way I lost my baby. And we have to again talk about the two policing, but that's another story. We'll leave that for the people y'all tend to put together, like the California State General Attorney. You made that happen, girl. He flew in for you guys. Y'all made that happen. That march on State Capitol. This is what they're doing. They're not just sitting there, and they're not just saying, guess what? I wish we could do something. They're putting it in, and you guys have to be acknowledged for that. Just love. This is such a labor of love. Thank you all. That's your brother.
Yeah, but you know you ain't got no reason to be in the back.
You always represent for the baby, but this is such a labor of love. And I wish everyone will take a commitment to say they're going to support wealth and disparity in the black community. Justice for my Mario Woods, my Marman, to make sure this does not happen again. And again, I cannot say it enough. This has to be a thorn in San Francisco's side. There's some shame that you should want to live down. That execution should be one. Racism, sexism, homophobia, no. We're not buying, we're not selling, we're not taking, we're not eating, we're done, we're good. Speak up, speak out. I love you all. Thanks for the support. Love you all.
We love you. You're beautiful.
We love you, Gwen. We love you. Wealth and disparities in the black community. Justice for Mario Woods. We can't stop. We won't stop until justice rains down on our community. Say it with me.